you really don't take the question correctly. You should understand the question.
Yes.
Please understand the question.
Let me ask you, how did you fare in the last two interviews? You
So
had only one interview?
one interview, sir.
One interview.
Yes.
And how much did you secure?
So 187 marks.
187. Okay. In our opinion, you deserve a little bit more. Okay. And because you are already in the Indian Police Service, so this time your bar is quite high.
Yes.
Quite high. You also have opted only for IS and IFS. So definitely, bar is going to be higher this time, and you should be performing much better. Okay. So first, tell us, how did you feel about this interview today?
So I think overall it went well. I could have been more concise and pinpointed in answering, and especially in policing questions and prison questions, I should have been better, sir.
Okay. Well, that's great that you have been able to actually comprehend and find out that shortcomings. So we also agree to that. But let me start from your personality, because this is a personality test.
Yes.
Okay. And you are already in the police, you already have a family background of police people. So your personality is very pleasing. We don't have any qualms about that. Okay. The only thing we would like to advise you that while you are sitting, your hands were like that all the time.
Yes.
Okay. So it means that look to us that you are feeling a bit constrained. You are constrained personality.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe that you would like to move the hands a bit or keep the hands in a different fashion, something like that, in which you are more comfortable. No?
Yes.
So you should look more natural. The second thing is that when you try to make eye contact with others while answering the question,
Yes.
but your eye contact was flashing
Okay.
with others. Okay?
Yes.
So try to pause a little bit
Understood.
when you are looking at others, so that they are able to see you, you are able to make eye contact with them and understand the kind of non-verbal communication which is happening.
Yes.
Okay. So otherwise, we feel it's okay. Yeah. Another thing is that the analytical part of your replies didn't come out first.
Okay.
You have to be approved for that, actually. Okay. So how are you preparing in terms of your interview?
Sir, I'm trying to practice a large number of questions and cover multiple areas, sir.
And how do you do that?
So some questions I found myself, some from my friends who have given interviews, and some from
So do you
questions.
write the replies?
Yes, sir, I'm trying, sir.
Okay. So that's a good way, actually. You try to find out 80 to 90 questions. And because your choice of services is limited to IS and IFS, and we didn't ask many questions.
Yes.
Because of paucity of time. We had many questions to you. Okay. For example, as an electrical engineer, my first question to you would have been that what's the government of India doing to actually improve the quality of electricity in India? That's number one. Both in terms of its delivery and in terms of its generation. Okay. And renewable energy will play a big part over which. Okay. Then my next question could have been that although, and because that you have opted for Indian Foreign Service, so a lot of questions could have come with respect to international relations.
Yes.
And energy is one topic over which the whole politics of the world is revolving today. Yeah?
Yes.
Whole politics is revolving. Why UK and USA are so anxious about things? The crude price has risen by $2, at least $2 in just one session, okay? because of the attack history. So the question would have been that how India is using its prowess in renewable energy for strengthening its international relationship. What India has done? India has done a lot. International Solar Alliance, One Sun, One World, great, all these things. What has happened at G20? What has happened at COP28? How India took the leadership? How it has become the leader of the South? All these questions would have come because of electrical engineering.
Yes.
And also some questions related to police background. That also would happen. But if any other
Well, Ayan, definitely, I do have a couple of observations. Sanjay has already summed up. Uh, you have a good body language, a good personality, but you tend to have two things, which you need to really keep in mind, and will give you something score of 200 plus if you observe this. Number one, you really don't take the question correctly. You should understand the question.
Yes.
Please understand the question and then answer, because you have a tendency to just start replying. In my question also, you started replying the normal reform taking place. I'm saying, why is that despite all the reform, my question started with this analytical part. So therefore, you have to be patient in hearing the question, understand the question, and then answer.
Yes.
So and second, many a time I found that you were answering absolutely off tangent. So there, if you could avoid this, brush up your knowledge.
Yes.
Because your standard set is very high now. Let me tell you, the board is going to be much more critical when you face this time,
Yes.
because they would really like to grill you and see that you are fit for that kind of upgradation. So otherwise, I find you to be a really good potential candidate, and your score should be definitely somewhere around 200 this time. All right, thank you.
you must be one passion.
Okay. Yes.
You are opting for the IS and IFS.
Yes.
So that passion of joining IS and IFS must be reflected while you are talking.
My question, you should strengthen that argument that the unequal distribution of wealth. Try to understand that there are so many factors because of which this is what it is.
Yes.
So try to, your argument, maybe paucity of time and you wanted to finish it, it's not good enough. So think about it, there is a logic,
Yes.
try to strengthen your argument.
Yes.
That's all.
All the best to you.
All the best.
All the best. You have any questions?
Yes, sir. One question I had. Sir, sometimes the board asks questions in Hindi, even if my medium is English. So should I respond in Hindi or English?
You are able to reply in Hindi, you can.
Well, if the question is coming in Hindi to you, and you know Hindi very well and you have good command, it is desired and expected that you reply back in Hindi.
Okay.
Because the person who is putting a question may be putting it with a purpose.
Yes.
And he knows that your mother tongue is Hindi.
Yes.
So I think it would be better, choice to put it in, because when you converse with somebody, it's expected that when I speak in Hindi to you, it's expected you speak to me in Hindi.
Yes.
To be courteous. All right? Thank you.
Any other question?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All the best.
And see you
I'll
on the
see you in Bhopal.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm there on 19th Bhopal.
Yes. Thank you very
All
much.
the best.
Thank you, sir.
This candidate.
Very good.